Hi guys, welcome back. This is Tuesday, so happy Tuesday to everybody. We are now into week 2. I really hope you're finding some sense of normalcy and just getting a little bit more comfortable working in this environment, this new environment that we're in, both online and very limited in what we can do in the outside real world. Um, and I hope this week is a little bit smoother for you guys and you're a little bit more comfortable. I know I'm getting a little bit more comfortable, finding out kind of what works for me, what works best for me, and how I can best support you guys. So um, that being said, I'd like to kind of share this idea that I had in relation to, maybe you're feeling a bit unorganized and, obviously we have a set schedule at school. And, period 1 is at this time, period 2 is at this time, and you have the bells that tell you when the period ends and so on and so on. Um, so I had this idea, if you're feeling a bit lost in terms of your routine, maybe this is something you can try out. Obviously you don't have to do this, but this might help some of you guys. But there's this idea called time blocking. It's used a lot in the business world when you have a lot on your plate, a lot of different tasks that you need to tackle. It's where you basically kind of set out your day and then set specific times to do certain things. And so I thought that might be a good idea for some of you guys if you need some more organization, more strategies to help yourself in that way. So I just took the schedule that we have at CHS, our Bell schedule. It's nothing new. We're all used to it. And so maybe you can use that schedule to help you get certain things done and make sure you're not falling too far behind. So, for example, period E period starts at 7 a.m., right? I know it's kind of early. So if you find yourself not waking up this early anymore, this obviously can be pushed back an hour or two. Whatever works for you is the most important. So maybe this starts at 8 or maybe even 9 for you guys. That's all good. So, let's just say E period starts at 7, goes to 7:53, right? So maybe that's your time to get ready for the day. You have your breakfast and you brush your teeth and you do your shower and whatever else you do in the morning to get ready, right? So it's 53 minutes to do that. Period 1, 7:58 to 8:51. Okay. So maybe this is your time since the day is fresh, you're just getting started. Work on something simple. Look through your assignments that you need to do and find an easy assignment that's going to take you maybe 10 minutes or so or less, and do that first just to get your brain ready and kind of wrapped around the day and what's to come, because you don't want to go in headfirst into a really complex assignment. At least I wouldn't. So work on an easy assignment, right? So maybe for that hour, maybe even takes less time. That's great. Then period 2, maybe you can now work on a medium priority assignment. What's something that maybe the deadline's coming up, maybe sometime this week, or maybe it's something you're a little confused about and need some clarification by your teacher. So take your time, take period 2 maybe to work on that, right? During break, take a break, okay? You need it. We all need breaks throughout the day. It's a really, really important thing that we have to do in order to keep our brains rested and refreshed. And then maybe period 3 and 4, right? Still in the morning, right before lunch, work on a high priority assignment, something that's a lot longer, maybe a more complex assignment. Maybe it's something you have no idea how to do and you definitely need to reach out to your teacher for that. And maybe block out 2 periods for that. That'd be great, right? And then take your lunch for an hour, 45 minutes, and and fill in the rest of the time as you wish. So it's completely flexible. You don't have to follow the school schedule, of course. If you want to do 7 to 8 instead of 7:53 to keep things a little bit more simpler, then that's good. But it's just an idea I had, and maybe it'll work for some people. And if you're interested, try it out and see how it works for you. I just wanted to throw that out there to you guys. Okay. A couple other things, logistics, housekeeping things before we get into your weekly assignments. I had one of my students from my freshman biology class. They also are doing the weekly check-ins like you guys are, and he shared with me a really cool thought that really stood out to me in one of his responses, and that this online distance learning environment is kind of like a test for being an adult. And I kind of agree with him. I think it's a really good way of putting all this. And as you guys get older, it's especially you seniors, as you leave high school and become college students or go out into the work world and beyond, you're going to be asked to work independently, with very little help. Maybe you don't have any supports around you like you do now, immediate supports. and you will be asked to work online a lot more, especially with the COVID outbreak going on, as we're all working from home now. Most of us. Then you have to be able to be comfortable working in this kind of environment. So this is a test, I think, for becoming an adult and being an adult and working in the real world, and being able to advocate for yourself and get things done on your own and independently. So it's not obviously not the ideal situation. I wouldn't want this at all. I'd rather be back in the classroom with you guys, but this is where we're at. So kind of think about that and take these skills that you're learning right now, and hopefully you can translate those into an adult. All right. Next, so this week, so I'm going to start looking at your Gizmos assignments. Remember, if you saw my text announcement last week, hopefully you did, that grades are going to look a little different. So you'll start seeing DLR, which means distance learning received, or DLN, which is distance learning not received in the gradebook. So just to remind you guys of that grading criteria for now. Those could change in the next coming weeks. So just for the time being, for this week and next at least, you will see the DLR and DLN in the gradebook. So next. Oh yeah, a quick shout out to Sophie. She shared with me a couple cool links, YouTube links for about this guy in Oregon who looks at these parasites that parasitize on shrimp. And so I'll go ahead and share that YouTube channel with you in the text announcement I'm going to share right after this. So thank you, Sophie, for emailing those to me. What next? Oh yeah. So a lot of your teachers, or some of your teachers, might be using Zoom. I know that's a really popular platform right now. Myself, I'm not there yet. I'm not quite ready to approach Zoom. So I'm going to propose an alternative for you guys starting this week. So a lot of you guys have sent me messages in PowerSchool or email, and I appreciate that. Thank you. So I'm going to give you another opportunity to contact me. It should be a little easier than maybe PowerSchool messages or email. So in Google Voice, there's it's really cool function where you can create a phone number, and anytime that you call me or text me, it'll go to my web browser and it'll pop up there. So I'll have office hours. This should say marine biology. I'll change that. But I'm going to have office hours every single day from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. So during those times, it's almost as if you were interacting with me directly in the classroom. You're going to get immediate feedback, right? So I'm going to be at my computer. I'll be available 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Send me a message, send me a question, and I will answer it, pretty much immediately. So again, it's almost as if we were interacting right face to face. So it's not another opportunity for you to ask any questions about the week's assignments, maybe clear up any confusions that you have. And again, you're going to receive immediate feedback, as it says here. That being said, since it is a texting platform, it seems a little bit more casual, a little bit more lax. It's not, please. Okay, so the expectations still going to be exactly the same as if you were emailing me or if you were using PowerSchool. I know you guys are capable of doing that, but I just wanted to reiterate that. Behavioral expectations exactly the same as if it was, as if you were communicating with me in any other way. Okay, so phone number will be posted there. Feel free to contact me there if you feel comfortable. If not, of course, please still email me and contact me through PowerSchool. Okay, so let's get into your weekly assignments. Let's go back to Unit 9. Weekly check-in. Some of you guys have already done this. If you have, I'm sorry, you're going to have to redo it because the questions have changed, and I just changed them last night. So they've changed very minor changes, but I do want you to resubmit them. So I know it looks like maybe 5 of you have already submitted it. Redo those, please. The questions are different, and I want you to keep that in mind moving forward, that questions very likely are to change from week to week, just as things develop both in our class and in terms of the world, right? Things are changing. It's a very fluid and very dynamic situation that we're all living in right now. So, and you can also see there's one less question. So if you've already submitted this, please resubmit it again. It's the same form. And please do that before you do any other assignment, okay? As always, from week to week, all right? And please do expect, so I do want to note also before I continue, is these questions probably will change every week, okay? So I highly suggest not doing these until the first day of the week, okay? Because I probably won't change those questions until the first day of the week or the night before. All right, so I don't want you to do it 2 or 3 days before the week starts and then have to redo it because the questions have changed. So I really recommend waiting till the start of the week. Okay, your assignment for the week. This really hurts me that we can't watch this in class. Last year, I and my 2 classes really enjoyed watching this film. And it really pains me that we're not going to be able to watch it together as a class. So I'd like you to watch it. I think it is a really good film. As we continue our discussion about coral reefs, I know there was actually a screening in Coronado that was supposed to happen of this film, I think at the library. I'm sure that got canceled at this point, but it is a Netflix film. So here's the deal. If you do not have access to Netflix, you have to contact me as soon as possible. There is an alternative assignment. I hope you do have access because it's a really good film. But if you don't, please contact me as soon as possible, and I'll give you the alternative. But the movie is called Chasing Coral. So it's about an hour and a half long. It's a documentary, and it's about coral reef bleaching, which is occurring very rapidly. And I'll send out some news articles that have come out about the Great Barrier Reef. There's some big bleaching event that's going on there pretty much as we speak right now. So, but Chasing Coral does a really good job of documenting that. So during the movie, and it is on Netflix, it's a Netflix film, so it should be there. They're not going to remove it or anything. During the movie, I'd like you to take detailed notes, please. You will be uploading those notes. I want you to write, number 2, 5 ideas, quotes, or questions that would spark a deep discussion about coral reefs. Okay, what are 5 things that could really spark a nice discussion about coral reefs? And then finally, number 3, use your responses from number 2, so the 5 ideas, to participate in the discussion board, which I'll open up here in a second. So take a clear picture of your notes and please upload it here. If you want to type them, that's okay too. I'm open to that. So here are some ideas for discussion topics. Common theme that we have in this class is the human interactions that we have with the ecosystems that we talk about, right? Or the organisms that we talk about. So what are the human interactions that we have with reefs? How is human culture centered around reefs? Maybe they talk about the discovery of drugs in the film, so maybe mention that. How is a coral reef a metaphorical city? Which it absolutely is. The Great Barrier Reef, okay, I just mentioned that. And then finally climate change, which is pretty much the main factor of driving coral bleaching or the death of coral reefs. So again, if you don't have access to Netflix or Chasing Coral, it says please refer to this document, but email me, okay, and I'll send that over, and then I'll make sure that gets posted. Okay, and then once that's done, there is a discussion. So your Chasing Coral discussion, we've done these before. Choose 3 of your responses from number 2 of your Chasing Coral assignment. Please share them in a discussion post, and then respond to 2 of your peers with a substantial response. We've done that before, so you should be comfortable and know what to do there. Okay, so that's it. That's your assignment for the week. So please watch that film. It's a really well-made film. I think you'll enjoy it. It's very eye-opening. It can be a very sad film because there's these incredible, beautiful ecosystems that are being destroyed very rapidly, and they really have a hard time coming back. So and growing back and thriving again. But there are options and opportunities to revive those. I'll post some updates with videos about things that scientists are doing to help revive the coral reefs throughout the world. So yeah, it looks like my ran out of time there. The program I use only gives me 15 minutes, so I guess I went over. Been speaking for a long time, but anyway, that's it. So it was good timing that cut off anyway. So yeah, I'll post some text announcements, again about the coral reefs and what scientists are doing to revive them. They're doing some really cool things and pretty innovative stuff. So look out for that throughout the week. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Contact me, whatever you need. I'm here for you. I'm here to support you. And again, I'm being flexible with certain things if you need more time. But that's all I got for you guys this week. Thank you. Enjoy your week. I hope you find that it goes a little bit smoother this week. And good luck. We'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.